Hey guys, ignore my kind of messy here. Today's video is different because I'm announcing something I'm excited about. Like really excited about. But make sure you like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. I gotta give you the backstory on what led to this. Since I was 11 years old, I knew I wanted to be a pop star. And I definitely know that not everyone gets that. What I mean is not everyone makes it. But I also know that I'm not gonna make it if I think that I'm not gonna make it. Like, if I constantly just tell myself, well, I'm not gonna make it, I'm not gonna make it. And if I get lazy, I'm not gonna make it. But I know if I work hard enough and I want it bad enough, and I keep telling myself, you have a chance and to make it. And when I'm in the position I'm in, with having literally the best, in my opinion, the best people training me, and also backing me up. Like, I know that means I'm somewhat talented. And I know that it gives me good chances. I took my first dance class when I was 11, almost 12. I discovered what Dance Moms was, and I took a dance class. It was ballet, tap, and jazz, modern jazz. And then we also, like the first 3 months, we did a warm-up and stretch. The second 3 months, we did jumps and turns. Well, at one point we did jumps and turns. At one point we did warm up and stretch. So, yeah, like, I took dance classes. I liked them. I enjoyed them a lot. I loved them. But I knew I wanted more. And what I mean by that is, in one dance class, like once a week, in for an hour doing like 3 or 4 different styles isn't enough for me. Like, I knew that I needed to be in dance class more than once a week, at least 3 times a week. And I needed to actually have teachers that are actually correcting me. And because I'm never gonna learn by being told I'm the best. And I loved that dance class so much. It was a lot of fun. But I was happy and sad when it was over because I loved that dance teacher. She was amazing, and she was an amazing person, and I did learn from her. I learned like the basics, but I was also like, I was happy and sad because I was sad because I loved that dance class and I loved that teacher, but I was happy because I knew that I was eventually gonna move on and actually move on to going to a dance studio or being in dance class more than once a week. And bigger and better things that are specific to actually training to be a pop star and not just a fun thing. Yes, it's fun. It's exciting. But it needs to be more than that, is what I wanted. Now, I have performed I did a dance routine one time in front of an audience. Well, actually, 2 or 3 times. The first time was at a camp thing that me and my parents did a really long time ago. And I did a little scarf stand because they had these rainbow, they had these colorful little scarves. And I took 2 of them and did a dance routine in front. I just kind of improv and did a couple little jumping turns, just something real quick and simple in front of an audience. It wasn't a massive audience, but it counts. You gotta start somewhere. And I think I had fun doing that. I it's not that I think, it's that I know I had fun doing that. And that you're going to want to stay to the end because something really exciting. Well, it's not so, it kind of affects you guys, but not really. It affects you in a good way, I feel. And I'm, like, honestly, like, then let's talk. The other few times, I think it's the under, like, 2 times, it kind of doesn't count. Which was, I did, like, a dance thing, like, oh yeah, it does count. At music class, like, we did, like, some fun dance thing, and we got, like, partnered with people. And the last time that happened, I was kind of not, like, I wasn't into it. And the reason was because there were multiple reasons. First up, I did not get partnered with my crush. That was, like, the big thing. And the other thing is, I was taking dance classes, but it was kind of like my first time, like, doing it in front of, like, people while actually getting a little bit of training. And I wasn't nervous or anything. I think I was just kind of like, because I was kind of getting used to being in the spotlight. And what that means is with what I do, I'm always in the spotlight, meaning there's always either I'm posting on social media, which leaves room for a lot of hate and stuff like that. I've been really lucky and haven't gotten that much and stuff, and, like, even then it's like, it's just minor. Like, like, you're not that great of a dancer. And then I'm like, well, move on. Like, yeah. And you guys already know about all of that. And so, like, I'm either posting on social media where there is always room for hate, and I'm in the spotlight, or I'm in dance class with a professional dance teacher watching, and then there's that. Or I'm just dancing around the house where my parents and my dog Sam can watch. And then that's not really related to hate, but, like, that still is, like, someone is always watching. And that's how it is. And Abby had taught us something, and this is something that I understand. Some people don't understand it, but I understand it. It's taught us to put our heart out on a silver platter and be ready for someone to reach out and tear it apart. Or that's not the exact words that she used something similar, but I'm gonna let you go to her YouTube channel and what that means is you gotta be ready to put it out there. You gotta be ready to put your heart out there because you love what you do. But you gotta be ready in for the hate. Not everyone's gonna love it. There's gonna be haters. And it's just how you deal with it. Like, and that, like, makes it, like, you can let it go in one ear and out the other. You can ignore it and not let it get to you, or you can fall apart and let it get to you. Yeah. Or you can kind of, like, let it get to you a little bit and, like, but use it in a good way. And use it to work even harder so you prove that person wrong. Also, in a way, they're still kind of making you famous. And what that means is they're still taking the time to go out of their way to give you feedback. It's not great feedback, but they're going out of their way to look at your post or something. So, like, you just gotta be ready for the hate. Now, let's talk vocal let's talk singing. And then at music class there was a couple of times with singing. When I was little, singing was something that I didn't want to do. It was just something I didn't want to do. And it was kind of for multiple reasons that we all know. Like every single time, like the music class teacher would sometimes do like a karaoke thing, and every single time, well, the first time, my crush wasn't around, and I just kind of like very shy and quietly saying "Let It Go" because it was in front of people, and not that like being in front of people is scary to me. It's not. But it was kind of that I just didn't want to do. I was not like singing was something that I had a fear for no reason, and my crush kind of changed that, and by kind of he changed it completely. And I'll explain. I just kind of went through it the first time. Then after that, every single time, it was a fear for no reason. It wasn't, there's a fear of like people aren't gonna like it or people are gonna hate on me or anything like that. It was literally just the doing it that was the fear. It wasn't caused by anything, and you're gonna want to stay for this announcement. And so yeah, anyways, like, it was just kind of there. And it wasn't like an insane, like, make me want to throw up fear. It was just kind of like, I'm kind of nervous to do this, and I kind of don't want to do this. And every single time the music class teacher would be like, why don't you sing part of Let It Go? I went through a phase where I was obsessed with Let It Go, and the teacher would always say that because I was kind of a shy person that no one really got to know my personality, except for my crush. That's the TV, just so you know, like, anyways, so it was just kind of what it was, and every single time, I would just kind of shy, quietly say no, like, not trying to cause anything, and then every single time, somehow my crush would be like, would come up to me and be like, I heard you're not singing, and then I would start this thing and be like, I do it for me, like, he would, basically, long story short, he would never let it be a no. If I were to be like, no, if I were to generally say no, he would be like, okay, you're really good at it, and then let it be a no. But he was not gonna, like, he was gonna try everything he could before we settled on no. He would try to switch it to a yes. And I think he would be very excited because when I started social media, I decided singing is a part of it. I have to just do it. And I've been just doing it ever since then, and it's just been working. And I have been wanting to put out more music, but I have been struggling to come up with a concept and an idea, and just putting it together. So I've been struggling with that. So hopefully you'll get music soon. Now that it's summer and summer break, it's giving me a lot more time to like really figure it out and make it amazing. Because I don't want to do a quickie last minute thing. So, here's where it gets exciting. And I have been dancing and taking dance lessons for a while. And this gets exciting. And I have always wanted to take to take voice lessons, like singing lessons, and for a while I thought about acting lessons, but then, and I realized Julia Marlene taught me that you can do the same thing, you can get the same thing from an acting lesson just by filming a little video of yourself of playing a character and then texting it to a friend and being like, hey, does this seem believable? So that went out the window, and today, if my crush knew about this, he would be beyond excited right now. Because today, I am taking my very first vocal lesson, my very first voice lesson ever. I have been waiting to find a voice lesson that would work out for me and work with me, and I found one on Zoom. It's a Zoom one, and Guy Group does a bunch of these classes that are like $15 or something, and that you can do. And last week, I had saw that he had a teacher that is doing a voice lesson. And I looked into it and thought, this is really cool. But I didn't say anything because I had just spent my allowance and stuff. And then this week, it popped up again. It's happening today. And I really wanted to do it. I talked to my dad about it, and he's like, it's $15. He's like, it's not that badly priced. And he said he signed me up. So now here's where it gets even more exciting. And the thing that gets more exciting is that this will be my first one. My parents paid for, because they like to be nice to me, and I've done really good lately on keeping up with chores and everything, and just being really well behaved. And so it's my prize for that, and also they're investing in my future, cause it's one of the things where right now this might be my future. We don't know what my future has. If I make a career within the next few years, we don't know what's going to happen. That can lead to big things, big and amazing things. And so, the exciting thing is that it won't be my last one, because on the fact that pretty soon, at the beginning of next month, I get my allowance again, and I can do 2 more with that, and then I'm trying to we'll see what happens, on how many I do a month and all of that, because we'll just see. But we know that I can at least do 2 a month, because my allowance will cover one plus some of another one. Or one, minus, almost 2, and my dad just said that he'll count it as 2 because it's only $10 that he would pay, and it's also kind of worth it. Because it's kind of worth it, because we're trying this one tonight to see. So I'm taking my first voice lesson, and the reason I say it kind of affects you is it means that you might get better music from me. And I'm so excited, and it's with, I don't know her name, but with a girl. And that's exciting, because I feel like I do better when it's someone professional that I know, or when it's with a girl. And that's because of the fact that for me, I'm just excited. And it's professional. like it's a professional person, and so that makes it a lot easier because I sometimes get kind of shy, and especially with adults, that and it's easy when I'm dancing because dancing I don't have to talk. I'm muted the whole time I'm dancing. But singing is something different. And I don't know how it's gonna go tonight. I'm really, really excited. And I'm ready. And I can't wait. And this is something different. And honestly, my dad didn't think I would want to do this. And he was kind of surprised by it because I have talked about singing before. But also at the same time, he knows that, like, it takes a lot to get me to sing. And tonight is my first vocal lesson. And then I have dance with Abby. So that's very exciting. I am doing a voice lesson. We're using tonight as the test go. If I like it and I have fun with it tonight, then my allowance will go on another one or two. I'm very excited. Peace out.